Morning, boys. Sorry I haven't been around. Still busy. A couple other units we're going to be starting. 254 horsepower low temp freezer units over there, going in a big freezer. This is going to be a cooler. We getting it on a nice vacuum, just putting holding charges in it. We're not starting anything today. These units these already have been sitting under nitro, but I gotta put the core dryers in them. Suction and liquid core dryers in these things. Things are pretty big though. Other ones sort of like those other 60 horse I did. They're pretty much about the same size. So you got two big compressors in here. So these things gotta run low temp too, so it'll be a nice big freezer here. Very nice. So want to maybe give you guys a quick video if nobody knows how to just change out or install suction and liquid core dryers, which I find to be much better because they're a lot easier to change. They're going to go right in these canisters here, and I'll show you guys how to do it. Just give you guys a shot of the compressors in here too. The nice ones here, nice Copelands. I forget if these are 25 or 30 horse each. 6 cylinders. It's got all our controls here. These are all going to need to be set and everything during startup. This is what the inside compressor section looks like. Everything here, oil separator, all that. Got our 2 systems, 2 suction accumulators, everything. Not too bad, pretty nice. I like these big ones. They're fun to work on. Just a quick shot of the electrical here too. It's pretty basic stuff. There's my cores I gotta put in. We got 3 going in the liquid, 2 for the suction. The factory don't put these in, so we gotta put them in. Here's the other section. Not too bad. Basically one side for each compressor, you know. Then for our fans and stuff, contactors and everything for that downstairs. Give you a quick shot of the schematic as well, if anyone's interested. Got that. I do not know how much gas these are taking yet, but there's our receiver tank right there. That's looking to me like it's going to be 300 pounds, if not more, going to be going into this thing. Just show you this quick too, guys. This is my ride to the roof today. Way up there. Take the scissor lift because the roof hatch is way down the end of the building. Instead of walking a mile down there and a mile back across the roof, I pull out one of these big scissor lifts, right up to the roof. Nice and convenient. And here we are. I think it's about 40 feet up. I know, it's a pretty high building, but makes it a lot easier than having to walk way down there and all the way back lugging all your stuff when you can just come right up here. Alright, so I got all the nitrogen out of these guys. For those that may not know, I'm sure a lot of refrigeration guys do, but I know I got a lot of people watching that don't do this stuff. So all you got to do to change out a core dryer is you're going to take out all these bolts here on both of them. I put a socket right on my impact gun, blast them out. We're going to pull out the inside, and we're going to mount all these dryers in there. And we slide back in and button them back up. Now this system doesn't have... Some of them have ball valves where you can isolate these canisters for these cores, but these don't. So if this system was live and had gas in it, we'd have to pump it down and everything before we change these dryers out, which is fine, but it's nice when there's just ball valves on either side, so you can just isolate them, and then all you got to do after is just vacuum out the 2 canisters, which is a really quick process. But a system like this has to be pumped down to do it. Alright guys, so that's what's in here. And open this up and you slide everything out. You see from the factory they come with cardboard. Always check these guys on new units. We got 2 canisters in here. Okay, I have seen these started up and running I've gone to units later on that we didn't install, but I've gone to them, and they've still had the freaking cardboard in here, okay? It didn't cause a problem, thank God, but if this starts to deteriorate and breaks up and you got all this cardboard running through the system, that's not gonna be good. It's gonna create all kinds of problems. And remember guys, the factory usually never ever puts core dryers in. From any manufacturer, it's a must that you check these. You'll have to pardon me, I'm holding my phone here guys, but all these do, they're held together by these little springs. So all you gotta do is pop these little springs out. They're on like these little hooks. I can't really do it holding my phone, but it comes out, and then these two ends will detach. You put the dryer in there, which I will show you in a minute, and then put everything back together. Once we are apart, here's either end. You see a little hook here. All it does is loop up into these little holes right there, and that's what holds them together, just spring tension, just to hold these filters in there. Here's the filter that's going to go in there. These are just the ones for the suction side. The liquid ones will look different. We got high water capacity ones for these new startups and everything. You want ones that'll suck up high moisture. Even if you have it on a real good vacuum, you still want to get, it's nice to have the high moisture ones in there. These all came from the factory and the units and everything, so that's what they're calling for apparently. I'd like to put these type in the suction side as well, those ones, but we're putting in what we're given. So that's it guys, I made my connection with the springs and all that. That's it, that's what it looks like. This end comes with a little gasket. This is the one that goes in first. The one with your spring is the one that goes in last, which will be facing the front. This is where your cover goes up to, and it creates some tension in there. But that's what they look like when they're in. And then all we do, you just slide them back in. They fit right in there, and that's it. Right in, we get our cover back on, get all our bolts in, tighten it up, and that's all. A lot easier and quicker than having to, you know, unbraze a dryer or whatever and braze another one back in. That's why I like these. I think they're very convenient. Just to show you too, these come with bolts and nuts. The nuts are gonna go around the back here, obviously, and the bolts are gonna go through the front and everything. It's kind of hard to hold the front on. Sometimes you gotta hold it evenly and get a couple bolts in to hold it because the spring puts tension on it. So I usually get one on either side to get it kind of level. These nuts are squared off, as you can see, so once they're on here, you don't have to hold them with a wrench or anything to tighten them. They hold up against the back, and they won't spin, so all you do is just get the bolts right back in nice and tight. Show you this one too for the liquid side. It's like cardboard obviously, but this all comes in one piece. Triple stack on this thing. It's going to slide right in there, and to get this apart, you're going to take off this wing nut here, and there's a whole rod that goes through the middle, and that's going to pop off, and then everything will come apart, and you can get all your dryers in here. This is what it looks like when it's apart, guys. Like I said, we're going to stack our dryers, put the little cover holder there on each, and get it all in and back together. And to open up these, because they are sealed, it sort of opens like a sardine can. You got this little tab. They do have little things just like a sardine can to wind them open, but I don't have them. They're down in my truck, so I pretty much just got to do it like this. I'm trying to do this one-handed because they're vacuum sealed, like a sardine can, all the way around. That's how you get these open. And there's our cores back in, guys, all back together. And they're just going to go and slide into there. And you can see these are they're desiccant. This is basically the same material that's in your sealed dryers. This is what the inside of them looks like. And these just go in, like I said, they stack like that. You slide this whole thing in, do what I did on the other side, get the cover back on, and that's it, boys. I'll point out as well, real quick, guys, make sure the inside of these is clean. Like, look at that. That's stuff in there from when these were brazed in, or whatever, from the factory and whatnot. So make sure that you don't have a ton of debris in here, because you don't need this stuff floating around the system. The dryers will probably pick it up, but you can get this and it'll get and clog up your expansion valves, solenoid valves, anything. It can create a real headache. So you want to make sure you got that stuff cleaned up, guys. You don't have a bunch of crap in there. you know, and even after, like even new installs with this, we'll probably let these dryers run like a week, and we'll come back and change them all out and put all fresh ones in to let these pick up any debris or anything that may be floating around this system, which I'm sure there's some. Because you know the factory ain't brazen with nitrogen to prevent that, so got to get all that stuff cleaned up as well. Yes, I keep coming up with more here. Let me point this out too. See how there's some gasket material stuck on this? You want to scrape that off, guys. And the gasket's going to go in there. This one's torn up, so you can put that in and it could cause leaks. These new dryers come with all different size gaskets or whatever. So you want to change those out. And when you do, it's nice to put a thin layer of oil on them as well to help them seal better. So I got the old gasket out, guys. Sometimes these are new, so they came out easy, but sometimes they're in here like cement. I usually take my little thermostat screwdriver and I get up underneath, get a piece out, and you can kind of run along the whole inside and get the thing, get it up and out. A couple pieces over there and everything. And then the new one, it's gonna go in. You're kind of gonna have to press it down into place to get it to fit in there. And that's about it. You just get it in there so it's nice and secure. I'll probably push it down with this little screwdriver as well. And then you can put the cap back on. That's what it looks like. See, I got two of them in. It's gonna hold it. You can see, if you can see in here, the other nuts are down in the back there. They fit up against this, so like I said, you don't have to hold them with a wrench to tighten them or loosen them. So, then all the others, we're just gonna put them all on loosely, finger tight, and blast them in with the gun. Also, guys, when you tighten these, you tighten them in a star pattern. You don't tighten them around like this, because it could tighten unevenly. You go a star pattern, like you'll tighten this one, then go to that one, then like that, till they're all in, and then you can go around and do them all. But always do it in like a star formation, so you can get it all around sealed evenly first. That's it, like that, guys. Then I'm just gonna go around and tighten them all better. Sometimes I like to put a ratchet on them too to just make sure they're tight enough, but usually the gun does them just fine. So that's pretty much it, guys, for changing core dryers. Nothing fancy in this video or too difficult, but I wanted to show maybe some guys that don't do stuff like this. I know I got residential guys that watch this channel and guys that just do HVAC and stuff, so I figured I'd show you guys some of this. That's it, guys, all in, finished product. Gotta go down there and do the next one. Thanks for hanging with me on this one, guys. I know it wasn't the most exciting video, but I figured I'd do this to show some guys or some beginners who've never done this how to do it, because that's one of the main goals of my channel, is to help out a lot of beginners and stuff. So thanks a lot, guys. All right, what's up, everyone? Good to be back, get a video up for you guys. I know it's been a couple weeks, it's still been busy, so hopefully I can get back into more of a normal routine of getting stuff up, but I figured I'd just show you these units and show, you know, just something simple, very basic, how to change core dryers, but there may be a lot of people and new guys out there who don't know how to do them or had questions on it, so I just wanted to show that. I know it wasn't the most exciting video in the world, but, you know, gotta try to show everything sometimes, you know. So hope everyone's doing well, and hopefully the summer is starting to die down. It's still like mid-90s here today, wicked humid, we're dying, but tomorrow it's going back to the 70s, and hopefully this is the last day, because I've had enough this summer, which I'm sure most of you guys have as well. So as again, guys, I appreciate everything. I appreciate all the support, like I said, and everything, guys. The comments and everything's been great. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hopefully, like I said, I'll get some more up soon, and I'll catch you boys on the next one.